Guys, welcome back on the vehicle, or shall I say welcome back with the zebra here. It seems there's rhinos everywhere. Really is awesome. Interestingly enough, if you think of the taxonomy of things, how animals are broken up and how we scientifically understand how all of us are related, obviously us and the zebra and the rhino are related. We're all mammals, we all have hair in our bodies, and we're all warm-blooded. But that's quite a sort of a general relation. If you think of that rhino that you just saw, the rhinos we saw earlier, and the hippo that we often see around Burchell Dam, they're actually more distantly related than the zebra and the rhino. And that's got to do with the foot structure. Maybe later, if we get some nice tracks, I'll tell you longer or more about it. But your rhinos and your zebras have got uneven amount of toes. In zebra's case, they walk on one toe, and in your rhino's case, they walk on 3 toes. Whereas your even-toed ungulates, things like your hippo, are closely related to impala or buffalo or giraffe or cattle, cows for that matter, things that walk on an even amount of toes. One of those things I always find interesting. I always thought rhinos and hippos, because they have similar bulk, might be closely related, but in fact they're not. That is of course only in the way we understand things in terms of the science of bone structure and toe structure and teeth structure and so forth and so forth. Beautiful zebra, just look at those markings. I was actually looking at this specific individual a bit earlier. It's got stunning markings on the mane and the neck. And there's a youngster as well deciding to be king of the termite mound. Zebras are much more sort of black and white. They don't have these brown shadows in the middle of the stripes. And when we were on holiday now, Haley and myself, we actually talked about the zebra up in northern Kruger area we went to. Even there you could see it a little bit different. They were much more sort of black and white. It's just interesting how you get those slight variations relative to areas. Quite a few flies around there for some reason. You see that zebra on the right side really flicking its mane and its ears around. Some kind of insect that's bugging it. Past a herd of impala here. Let's just the light just right. Spend a few minutes. Very, very good place to see impala. This plain that we're on is called Impala Plains. This would probably be one of the possible reasons for it. Maybe some time ago, 10, 20 years ago, this area would have been cleared out a little bit. Maybe some of the brush taken out to create more of an open area. Maybe just the first day after they did it, they saw some impalas here. That would be a guess as to the reason for the name. Also be a place where very often impalas, zebras, different animals that like being in the open will come and sleep here. It's a good place to be at night. You're not really going to be surprised that easily by a predator. There's one youngster just slightly to the right of where we are now. Just it's going to turn away. It's typically what they do. So it's really giving us a good look. See that one there, all ears. Only Impala is wondering what we're up to. The others just happy. Seem to be very relaxed. Let's pull up to them and see if we can get some real close-ups. Maybe some close-ups of some backsides. Very characteristic 3 black lines on the backside of the Impala. Of course, when they're in flight or when they're running away or trying to confuse predators by scattering in all different directions, that white tail comes up. Creates a very sort of striking visual mark for other impalas to see. Couple of Impala rams coming in from the right hand side there as well. Not going to spend too much time with them. They've decided to all disperse into the sort of thicker brush at the background there. Beautiful Burchell starling as well in the foreground here, bright blue bird. See him there just to the left of Robert's shadow. This is a red-billed hornbill. Now typically the ones we see out here or look at the most are the yellow-billed. It's because they're a bit more, typically a little bit, how shall I put it, less shy or a bit more confident. And they also sit up in the sort of more open areas quite often. The red-billed hornbill we don't see as often. This guy, not worried by us. Much more occupied by getting, it seems to be a good food source there at the moment. Maybe there's some termites or ants that it's eating away at. Pardon me. So it's doing there, it's using that strong beak to move around. It looks like some old wildebeest dung. Moving that around, probably finding the odd insect or larva or something in there that it's eating.